Good morning, folks. What's up? Happy Monday to Tuesday. Tuesday, right? Let me check. Let me double check. Yeah, we're Tuesday. What's up? No small talk today. What have I learned from riding a unicycle? You guys ready to kick this off? Who rides a unicycle out there? Pretty interesting. You probably didn't know that about me. I can ride a unicycle. Let me grab my coffee. Who rides a unicycle? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's keep it quick. This is a lesson, or this is a page I grabbed from The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, written in 1812. Who's read that book? A little sip of coffee. Then I'll kick it off. This is a big one. This is an important one. On this fine Tuesday morning. So, I'm going to be less animated and I'll be serious. Yesterday I was so serious. I saw my live and I'm like, so serious, Mark. Okay, here we go. You're not always going to have the tools you want to have. How about that for a start? Who can relate? They want to have this system. They want to have this funnel. They want to have this autoresponder. They want to have a unicycle with a chain on it. Here's the thing. This, I got this from Wallace D. Wattles, okay? Science of Getting Rich, where he basically explains how to use what you have and make the best of it to take your actions, even though you know you need better stuff. For example, when my first screen shares, you guys probably don't remember this, but the first time I was doing training, I think my first 6 months, I didn't know how to screen share, or I don't know, did I not know how, or I don't think I had the software. I did not have the software to do it. I was just using my Logitech camera, and what I did was I put a piece of paper, and there was no lives. This was pre-recorded, and I used to take, do you guys remember this? So those of you who follow me, I used to take 2 plastic rulers with a clothes hanger and a piece of masking tape and hang the Logitech like this and film down and reverse the camera so that it was like a whiteboard. Do you guys remember that? Maybe not. There's a video on my blog in case you're wondering. I think it's called My State-of-the-Art Recording Studio. My point is, I wanted to sketch out stuff like this for trainings, and I had no way of doing it. This is during my easel days, my little mini easel days. Anyways, my point is, I grabbed whatever I could. It was pretty crazy. I broke apart a clothes hanger. Here we go. By doing that and not waiting, when it was time to get a whiteboard, it's not that I knew what I was doing, is I already was taking the actions before I had the thing. Now let's get into the unicycle. That's the whole point of this. When I was a youth, I had a unicycle. Who knows what a unicycle is? I'm sure the millennials would know that. I see them doing them on YouTube. A unicycle is a one-wheel bicycle. It's a wheel with a seat on it. Actually, I'll do a little sketch. And it looks like that. Okay? Yeah, it's not the most comfortable thing. Well, it depends. It depends. We were not the richest family on the block, so we had unicycles. Well, my brother and I got one for Christmas. Super hard because we had the kind that was the inexpensive kind. So when you would pedal, there was no chain on it. There was no room for the chain. There was no distance between the chain and the pedals. There was a lot of things that were not there, that like two gear wheels. There was none of that. And there was not a comfortable seat. The ones we had, I believe, were Canadian Tire brand. Still a unicycle, but impossible to ride because the pedals will go with the wheel. You know what I mean? Like there was no chain or nothing. It was like they were connected to the rim. And the seat was literally like a banana. Same width as a banana. Impossible. Impossible to ride. To drive. Impossible to drive. So that's what we were practicing on. The hardest thing to work with. It was insane. Getting balance on that thing was almost impossible. And one of our rich friends on Island Park Drive, those of you who know where I grew up, Oscar, you remember Oscar, the rich kid? He had a fancy schmancy unicycle. And I remember after practicing for like, I'd say a good month every day, I still couldn't get on it too long. I got on Oscar's and I was like, ooh, this is crazy. I knew how to use it. It was insane. I was better than he was just because I was practicing on the tough one. So he was blown away. He's like, I didn't know you had a fancy one. I'm like, I don't. But I practiced on with what I had. And then guess what? I went back home and I kept practicing with the hard one. Then I got good on the hard one. Then when it was time for me to invest in a good unicycle, I was a champ. I was a champ. I was a champ. So then I was like, this is crazy. I was the best unicycler on the block. I was insane. I was doing bunny hops and just doing unicycle freestyle. Pretty insane. But that's because I practiced with what I had, which was insanely difficult. How does this relate to you? Completely relates to you. I got a couple of examples. As you guys know, I got to do my well, that was the story stitching. But in your case, if you're a home business owner or a small entrepreneur, you know you need a list, right? You know you guys need a list. You want to build your audience. I hope you know that. That's the most important thing. Building your audience, saving the emails or the people, depends how you do it. Building some kind of list so you could remarket to them, nurture them, so on and so forth. A lot of people are waiting for the fancy autoresponder or just an autoresponder. I urge you not to do that. I urge you to start taking emails now. How do you do that? You provide value, but let me tell you the two softwares I was using. I pretty well jumped into autoresponder mode right away, but there was a period of time where I did not. Short period of time, but nevertheless, I didn't wait until, for me, it wasn't about investing the $69 a month. For me, it was like, do I really need that now? No, for me, it was like, does it actually do what it's going to say it's going to do? I had a investigation period, but a lot of people can't dish out 69 bucks a month right away. So they wait and they say, one day, maybe someday, I'll get the autoresponder. For now, let's just wait. Let's just wait. I love it when people say, I can't wait. I'm like, well, don't. Well, I can't wait for you to come out with this, Mark. I just can't wait. Well, don't wait. I'm going to get on that in a sec. Be a little tough on you guys for a teeny weeny little bit. Okay? Okay. So what I did was I collected the emails in an Excel spreadsheet or a piece of paper or a notepad document. I used an Excel spreadsheet. Name, email, name, email. I got up to about 300 emails before I invested in an autoresponder. But what I was doing, I was going into Gmail and I was simply putting in my own Gmail email in the to and then in the BCC, blind carbon copy, pasting. I think I was doing about 100 at a time, 3 times a day. I was able to do that, no problem with Gmail. So my point is I took action and got used to doing a manual. They weren't autoresponders, they were manual responders. I'd write them down. I'd go like on day 3, do this. It was dreadful, but I did it. So then when it was time for me to get the autoresponder, I knew what to do. You know what I mean? I already knew what to do because I did it with the hard tools. And I didn't only know what to do, I was like freaking out on the software, how awesome it was. So the point of this is, just like the unicycle, start taking action with what you already have around you, even though it's not the optimum things or the desired tools. Another one for me, my servers are not able to handle what what my empire is starting to generate and for the goals I have. So I've been doing server configuration, server optimization on just the servers that I guess I could afford, or my belief was too small, yo. I'm just going to say it. I'm like, do I really need to host like 2 million accounts? Is that ever going to happen? Like, this is for an income stream of mine, Branding YOUniversity. I'm upgrading the blogs, not to go off track here, but we've got some pretty intense blogs not utilizing WordPress. So people can literally update their whole blog. Like, it would be like using an old person telephone, beep, beep, with the big buttons. I love saying that because as I'm building it, I'm like, this is crazy. People will be able to build a blog in a couple of clicks, and there is no WordPress. It's like, update this, upload this. It's like so easy. Easiest thing I've ever seen. And that's why I'm building it. So as I'm building this, I'm like, well, now's the time probably to invest in this mini server farm, just a couple of super servers. But what did I do? Did I wait for that? The configuration, the optimization of what I'm working with now was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I won't go into technical details, but with what I'm about to upgrade with, this guy with the 2 thumbs pointing here, this guy is going to be in heaven. Oh, I don't even want to get into what I'll be able to do with my new gifts to myself and all of you, of course. Those of you who are using the free, did I say free blogs? I'm getting pumped up because we're doing things differently, and I'm pumped up about that. The free blog is super exciting to me because it's really cool as I'm building it. So it looks like a WordPress blog, a complex WordPress blog, but from the user standpoint, it's just point and click. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing to figure out technically. So as I'm upgrading to these servers, I kind of wanted to wait at the beginning, but I used other people's servers, and the only reason I'm here today is because I did that. Those of you may know or not know, did you hear my neck crack? That's thinking back of how much of a struggle it was sticking all the servers together and all other people's servers, all other people's software, and kind of like, let's hope we don't crash today. I had to do that because, well, now we're talking big money, right? When you start buying your own servers, super servers, that kind of stuff. So I had to make do with what I had, and through that process, I learned so much that when those super servers come and fall in Daddy's lap here, he's going to have a lot of fun. And it won't be easy. It'll be easy, yeah. But it'll be so gratifying because I'm already ahead of the curveball because I've done all the hard stuff on the not so optimum servers. Make sense? You guys see how the autoresponder, you don't need to wait for that. These are just examples. What else can I get into? I'm going to get into sales. I got to get into sales. Highest paid skill on the planet is sales. You've got a business, you've got to sell stuff. Do we agree? Do we agree on that? We got to sell stuff, right? I hope so. Okay, are automated sales possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. The more I'm diving into this concept of auto recruiting, automated sales, more automated sales. Because when I say auto recruiting, well, you can auto anything with technology, but then it gets a little expensive. Not only in the software, I guess here's my point. Sometimes you don't have all the tools, and sometimes you don't have all the knowledge yet. I've seen people do it. I mean, I was diving into Sam Ovens' new course yesterday, like deep, and that guy's really smart, by the way, just so you know. Just so you know. No, he doesn't go to events. No, he doesn't speak. No, he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. He actually never leaves his dungeon. He's an engineer. Is he kind of like me? No, I'm slightly better looking, I would like to think. I'm just playing. But he's kind of like a dungeon rat a little bit. He's a systems guy. I love it. I kind of love it. I think I'm better though. Okay, I'm playing around. But it's interesting because as I was diving in and seeing how he broke 30 million last year, okay? And he's got 2 courses. He broke 30 million with 2 courses that he sells over and over again. So to me, I'm like, well, this is one of my guys. I gotta figure that out. But I didn't have the knowledge yet, and as it turns out, I didn't have the software yet. So what am I gonna do? Not sell? Even before I was doing automated webinars, which are the holy grail of everything, just so you know, auto sales through automation and videos that appear to be live, where people are chiming in. I'll leave it at that, but something that results in auto sales, so that every hour of every day, listen for the ding. Ding, another sale. Ding, another sale. That, a couple of years back, was... You can't do that. Well, so we thought. Some people were. But now we can. We actually can do that. So, are you going to wait to do that? Do you want to do that? Everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants to do that. If you are in a network marketing company, you will want to talk to your friends and family. This is just a side note. You will want to talk to your friends and family for sure. But you're going to want to have an auto recruiting machine going. You're going to want to do it. People look at that like it's a bad thing. When your machine recruits every day 12 people or whatever, they look at it like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's like being rich is not good. These are good things because you're putting your stuff in front of the right people. First of all, that's a bonus. I understand word of mouth is cool and all that, which it is, but why wouldn't you offer people who are looking, find them through automation, put your stuff in front of them, invite them to a home party, but it's online, and then they just sign up themselves and they get plugged into the company training and you don't even see what's going on. Why wouldn't you help people that way as well? So my point is, I'm going to go to sales in general, because my funnels don't sell well, they do sell the opportunity. I shouldn't say that. They lead with the product. It depends who I'm going. Depends which funnel. Okay. Before I knew how to do all of those tools and knew what tools to use to accomplish the goal of auto sales, I picked up the phone. I contacted people. I contacted people one by one, 30 to 50 people a day. And that action is what actually brought me into multiple 6 figures. Automation will bring you into multiple 7. But if you get good, if you're not willing to wait, like this is the whole goal here, remember the unicycle? If you're willing to work with what you have, by the time all that good stuff comes, you'll be a champ. You will be a champ. Because now as I'm figuring this out and I'm seeing the guys who are doing it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to lap you. I'm going to lap you. Why will I lap you? Because I did it the hard way. I didn't wait to get all the good stuff. I did it the hard way for so long that by figuring out all the nitty gritty the hard way, contacting people, persuading people, using scripts, knowing people's reactions by contacting 30 to 50 people a day, made me good at sales. So now that I'm good at sales, and now I figure out how to figure out all the automated stuff, and I transfer that knowledge with that technology, it's game over, folks. So what if I would have waited? I'm just going to try to figure that out, and I'm not going to do with what I have, which is my voice, which is YouTube, sales courses, whatever, fill in the blank. Educate yourself in sales. I'm not going to wait to get all the stuff. I'm going to start doing the hard stuff now as I'm figuring it out. So about when I get there, it's like, oh, which it is. So, make sense, guys? I think that's really, I mean, we went for 20 minutes. What the heck? I can't believe it got into that. It went on that long. So the lesson today is really, first of all, read that book, The Science of Getting Rich. It's the money Bible. I think it's better than Think and Grow Rich. It's more simple. The concept, the science of getting rich is undebatable. And that's one of the big takeaways from that book. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. I believe I got it on my 12th read, just so you know. First time I'm like, yeah, that's so vague. Second read, oh, hold on. Third read, I believe it took about a dozen reads on that one for me to get it. But one of the big takeaways from that book is make do with what you have. And now I understand that it will serve you later. It's not just to get out of a bind. It's more than that. It prepares you for when all the tools are there. So that's what I recommend you do, guys, in any situation you're in. Don't wait for the perfect tools. Do the thing the hard way. Not only will it get you through it, but it will prepare you for what's to come with the software. I really like this one. It's really powerful, okay, guys? So fill in the blanks on what you want to do and what you're waiting for. Figure it out, start figuring it out, and deal with what you currently have and work through the hard stuff. Because when you get the tools, it'll be easy. I said that 8 times. Have an amazing Tuesday, guys. Crush it today. Make do with what you have while you learn the advanced stuff for the 9th time. And I will see you guys on social media. Happy Tuesday. Bye-bye.